All right, just came in our side door. Front door is right through there. And I brought a much higher powered flashlight today, which is going to help us out tremendously if we can kind of keep it from glaring up real bad, which is good. So, of course, come in the side door. Front door and living room is off to the right. Front bedroom, rear bedroom. I know you guys were thinking about the possibility of kind of squeaking in a bathroom in here, but you basically only have a pretty small wall between these two bedrooms. And in fact, this closet is only about 24 inches deep, so it's not super deep. And you can see there's an outlet that actually goes into the front bedroom, so there's no dead space to really use. Now we do have quite a bit of closet space in this corner, and this closet actually has a door in it. If you can see the handle right there, that actually goes to that laundry room kind of near the bathroom out there. So you could maybe section off a little corner of this, maybe make it a half bath or a real small bath. Really nice woodwork throughout this house. I have to say it has aged really well, which of course real wood does. But so when you come in from this side door here, we have our stairs going upstairs right here. And this stairway, it's about 30 inches wide. So not a true 36, but not super skinny either. So it's not too bad. And this is, we have some unfinished tongue and groove hardwood up here. We have some attic access, which is really nice if you want to run wires or cables or anything of that sorts. You can see we don't have the standard clearance above this standard size door. This is more like a 7-foot or a 7.5-foot ceiling instead of an 8-foot ceiling. So it's a little bit shorter. Got a little closet up here. And I'm trying to get this light to stay where the camera is facing. Pretty good size room. It's about a 12 by 12 room. We've got a little bit of peeling on our wallpaper and stuff. To be expected, really, having been empty for a while, it gets humid in the summer times, and then it'll get cool and get hot, so little peeling wallpaper is pretty normal, I would say, but pretty good sized room. And another bedroom, almost the same exact size, about a 12 by 12 room. So not too small by any means. Same thing, little cosmetic sheetrock tape. And it actually looks like they didn't really mud it. It looks like they just used some kind of corner bead or corner tape. Same windows. Always like these old windows. They're kind of interesting. They've disconnected the ropes, but there's a pulley right there. And inside that sash is a 10 to 15 pound lead counterweight. And that's what would hold open these old windows when you open them so that they didn't slam back down. You can get a pretty good view of our roof from up here. And that roof is in great shape, which is really nice. Another closet. These closets, they're about 24 to 28 inches deep, and this closet's about 5 feet long. This door just goes to attic access. Again, just a little more storage, and then if you ever wanted to run more wires or anything, you certainly could. Good access space. Small closet right here upstairs. They had this really neat rope hooked up here to turn the light on in the hallway. which is kind of neat. And then this would be the rear of the house. We have just a real small room. And when I say real small, it's probably about 6 by 10. And no closet in this one, so I would really consider this an office. So you have 2 real bedrooms upstairs, and you have an office, which is nice. This window, interestingly enough, has been updated at some time. It's an aluminum window, and not one of the older wooden sashed windows. Interestingly enough, you have a little crawl space here with some space where you could certainly store some more things. Quite a bit of storage in this house for a slightly older house. But it's not bad. And this room's harder to take a look at just because it does have all the boxes. And it's a good sized room though. I mean, it's probably about a 12 by 14 or so. This is the door that actually goes into the closet of the back bedroom that we looked at just a second ago. So hopefully so that's our upstairs. Basement wise, I believe this is going to be our basement. Yep. So basement wise, it looks like it's going to be a dirt floor. It's a pretty narrow staircase. Maybe 24, 26, 28 inches. So it's certainly not anything too crazy. Some interesting stuff down here. So we do have a concrete floor, and I'm sure this was an old coal cellar at one time. And of course they used it as just a what we would call a root cellar as well, where we would store canned goods and things. We've got a water heater down here. We do have some updated ductwork, as you can see. That's all a good sign. I also really like, we've got updated wiring. We have CPVC piping. We have some PVC drain pipe, which is good. So we definitely have some updates. And you can see this is 12-2 wire. That orange one is going to be a 10-2 for some sort of appliance somewhere. That old that old galvanized over there is not actually connected to anything. And you can see they just kind of dug into the bedrock here. Little crack in that foundation right there, but it's really hairline. We do have some galvanized pipe right here that is going to our water heater. And that water heater is pretty rusted. It might be working, but I can tell you it's not going to be working for long. So that's definitely something that would probably have to be updated. But all in all, a super usable storage space. The rest of the house is crawl space. And that looks like an old well. I don't know if you can tell, but that is a round, circular, conical shape. It kind of gets smaller at the top. Bricked. It really looks like a well. It could have been a cistern or something at one time. Look at these stacked stones. Really, really neat. Stacked stones. They mortared them together. They put a wedge at the top. And we have floor supports kind of throughout out of stacked stone. It's pretty crazy. And you can see this is all bedrock that they dug into. It must have been quite a job to dig this basement. But this is all just solid bedrock, which is probably why the house feels so solid. All the footers and everything are just definitely anchored onto bedrock. So we're just not getting any shifting. That well is pretty neat, though. That's definitely not something you see in every basement. Other than that, joists and everything look okay. You can see here's some microbial growth. There's some microbial growth coming down that beam right there. Those are all things. You can see it here, microbial growth. And to be honest, I mean, when you have a dirt and earthen basement, you are going to have some microbial growth. It's on almost every home inspection report that we have, because we do get a lot of rain. So that's our basement. Not the most crazy useful of basements, but there is some storage space down there. And I think that covers pretty much everything that we wanted to look at here. I'm going to try and make my way over to the single wide trailer, see if we can get access in it and take a look at it. We've got updated plumbing, some galvanized coming up, and you can see they've done a repair. But we've got CPVC or PVC drain pipes, which is good. Our newspaper from 2010. A Dixie cup holder. This never know what you're gonna find. It's a neat house. The more I'm here, the more I like it. Definitely so many possibilities. And that upstairs was pretty usable. We're going to see if we can make our way over to that single wide trailer, see what we can find over there, and I think that answers our questions on this one.